Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at the following problem from AMC 8 2016, and this is problem number 25. And let's get a quick read. So semicircle is inscribed in an isosceles triangle with a base of 16 and a height 15, so that the diameter of the semicircle is contained in the base of the triangle, as shown. And we're asked to find the radius of the semicircle. And so before we start, I just want to point out that answer choice B should actually read 120 divided by 17. So we'll just keep that in mind. Okay, so for this question, what we want to do is basically think about what is the information we're given, right? With any geometry problem, you want to use the information you're given to express other side lengths or other angles or whatever you can find. So we know the base is 16. So that means that we have this region right here is 8. And this part right here, right? Just the midpoint. And then the height is 15 that we're given. So now if you guys know your basic right triangles, you would know that the hypotenuse is 17, right? Because you have an 8, 15, 17 triangle. And the other way you could have figured that out, 8 squared plus 15 squared is 64 plus 225, which is 289. And that's equal to 17 squared. But regardless, we get the hypotenuse is 17. So we're asked to find the radius of the circle. And the first thing that I like to do is draw in the radii that connect the center to the points of tangency, right? Because this we know is probably an important radius. And so what we find here is this angle right here is 90, right? Because any point where a line is tangent to a circle, the radius is perpendicular to that line, right? So in other words, this triangle, and let's highlight it in red, this triangle right here is a right triangle. And moreover, if we do in blue, this triangle right here is also a right angle, right? Because this is 90. And then, so we have basically these, the right triangle and the blue triangle, we know are both right triangles, and they both share this angle up here, right? This angle up here is common to both, which means we basically have a similarity, right? Because in the two triangles, two angles are the same. And so that basically means that we can set up a ratio. So let's see, in the blue triangle, if we look at 8 over 17, right? 8 over 17 is basically my short side divided by the hypotenuse. That should equal the short side of the red triangle, which we could call x, divided by the hypotenuse of the red triangle, which is 15. And notice that x is actually what we want to find, right? Because x is the radius of the semicircle. And because we're asked to solve for x, all we have to do is just solve for this proportion now. And this isn't hard to do, right? Because we basically get 8 times 15 divided by 17 is equal to x. So x is equal to 120 over 17. And this would be our final answer. So checking the answer choices, we get that this is indeed B, right? And that was just a misprint, but the answer choice should read 120 over 17. So then we would circle that and move on. But that should be all for today's question. If you have any questions on how we solve this, please leave a comment. And if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, really helps us out. But that should be all. So thank you for joining, and I will see you again in another video tomorrow.